Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Blank Online. Today, I got a pretty interesting topic that I wanted to talk about, and that's the state of YouTube from the perspective of a tiny YouTuber. I'll get more into my definition of a tiny YouTuber later on. But if you're clicking on this video thinking it's going to be one of my usual videos where we talk about Call of Duty, it's not going to be. But don't let that scare you off of clicking off of this video, because I feel like what I have to say is pretty interesting, at least to me. So stick around just for that. And if this is the first video you're seeing of me, yes, I usually do Call of Duty videos, and if that doesn't interest you, then that's fine. We're not really going to talk about Call of Duty here too much, but I probably will touch on it a little bit since this is a Call of Duty channel. And if you do go on to enjoy this video, leaving a like would really help me out, as well as clicking that subscribe button if you really enjoyed this video and you want to see more from me later on down the track. But back to the topic at hand, the state of YouTube from the perspective of a tiny YouTuber. What is a tiny YouTuber? A tiny YouTuber to me is someone who is either just starting out, someone who wants to start their own channel, or someone who has already started out and has been doing it for a little bit, and maybe hasn't seen the growth that he or she would have liked to see. I think that's the term of small YouTuber nowadays has kind of skewed from back in the day. A small YouTuber would be a tiny YouTuber, in my opinion, but now a small YouTuber is someone with like less than 1 million subscribers, which is insane to think about. I guess the reason as well that I'm making this video is because I see a lot of people in my comments, and one in particular from a user named Barchrist Plays. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, I probably butchered your name, but he or she said like on one of my, like, just a random video, oh man, you deserve more subs, or you deserve more views. And I recognize this user because they do comment on a lot of my videos, and I do appreciate you. If you are watching this, hello. Thank you for watching the videos. But I get a lot of those comments as well, and I think that a lot of tiny YouTubers do see those comments, and it's easy to kind of disregard them, right? Because you don't know what their intention is. Their intention could be for you to either, one, if you're thinking really negatively, you could just be thinking, oh man, they're just trying to get my attention so that I can check out their channel and subscribe to them, or whatever. Or two, and the way that I like to look at it, and I like to look at it positively, because if you have people commenting and taking the time out of their day to actually leave a comment on your video, even though it might take 30 seconds or a minute to do, that 30 seconds to a minute, that person could be doing anything else with their day, right? But they chose to comment on your video and give you a bit of support. So just appreciating those little things as a tiny YouTuber, just appreciating every single comment you get, and liking them and replying back as well. It's something really important, is that when you're at this phase, and you're a tiny YouTuber and you have the ability to like and respond to every single one of your comments, do it. And if you're in the position just like me, or you're just starting out, or you're wishing to start out, every time you get a comment, my, I guess, advice to you is to like every single comment and reply to them, because that could make someone's day. Like, it's not every day that you watch someone's video, right? And obviously you get that connection because you're listening to what they have to say, and you're either learning from them or you're gathering opinions from them and stuff like that. And then when that viewer wishes to leave a comment, either to discuss further about the video with you, or just to leave a positive comment or anything like that, it's important that you take the time out of your day as well to reply to them and just say, yeah man, thanks for watching, I think this as well, blah blah blah, and just have a conversation, because I think that's super important, and it really does make people's day. Like a little something like that really can make someone's day. So I think it's important to do that. And yeah, I mean, that's just how you kind of look at that sort of stuff from the perspective of a tiny YouTuber like myself, and maybe like you as well, is to really look at every single comment you get, and just be appreciative of it, think positively of it, and don't disregard it as just someone trying to get your attention, or trying to benefit off of you. Just look at it and think, yeah, that is someone taking their time out of the day to leave me a comment. So you take the time out of your day to reply to them. It's as easy as that. And I guess that whole comment thing, like that little comment ramble, sparked this whole topic of interest for me. Because in the current state of YouTubers, there's a couple of types of YouTubers that I like to kind of think about. And not all of them, I guess, in my opinion at least, doing YouTube for the right reasons. Number one, the one type of YouTuber that I do see a lot of nowadays is the drama YouTuber. So the one that reports on all the drama in the community and really is just kind of negative about it all. Like, obviously there's Keemstar and he does his drama alert, but he's at least some of his stuff is not always negative, and he's kind of just reporting what's happening. But there's other drama YouTubers that just talk negative about everything, and then I just kind of try to put people down and call people out. And that's the second type of YouTuber as well, the call out YouTuber, someone who is in a certain community and feels like it's necessary for them to call out another YouTuber just so that YouTuber and his or her followers and subscribers can come look at his channel or her channel, and then benefiting essentially off of the drama. It's like me, if I were to find another tiny Call of Duty channel and call them out, right? If I call them out and they see that video and they respond to that video, essentially what that does is that YouTuber that I called out, his or her followers come to me to see what my channel is about, and whether or not, if they leave hate comments or anything like that, all they're doing is coming to my channel, giving me views, giving me comments, so then the YouTube algorithm thinks, oh, this person or I am getting a lot of views, so my videos are going to start being pushed more, because that's how the algorithm works nowadays. The third type of YouTuber is the clout chaser. So I mean, it's kind of a mix between the first and second points, but I mean, the clout chaser is someone who as well maybe wasn't on the slow grind, had someone already established in YouTube that gave them a shout out or gave them a feature in a video, and their whole channel is based off of getting piggybacked off of another channel, gaining clout through that. Which is not always necessarily a bad thing. Like, I don't want to seem like being like getting success based on like a friend or something like that is a bad thing. Like, in no means it's not. That's just a common theme that's happening right now in the state of YouTube, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I mean you may see it as a bad thing, but for me personally, I don't see it as a bad thing. I just see it as getting lucky, I guess. YouTube right now and the state of it is a business, and whether you like to think of it as a business or not, that's what it is, because of advertisements and AdSense and sponsors and stuff like that. YouTube and the state of YouTube right now is a business, and every single channel on this platform is a business, whether they like to believe it or not. A lot of people, I guess, a lot of YouTube people go into doing this for the right reasons, and that right reason being is to just do shit that you like. Like, if you like playing Call of Duty and you like talking about Call of Duty, do that. Like, who cares what everyone else thinks, or if people think that you're weird for talking to yourself in your room alone? Who gives a because you're doing what you like to do, so just roll with it. Whether you like to whether you like to do Call of Duty or Fortnite or vlog or eat food in front of a camera, I don't give a what you like to do. You're doing that because you like to do that, and it's fun to you. So in that sense, you're doing YouTube for the right reasons. One of the reasons that people like to do YouTube is because they see it as a way to get money, and you can see it through their content. You know when someone's just doing this to get a paycheck, because you can see that they're not really passionate when they're on the video, or the edit is not as good as you personally view it could be, or you can definitely see that they put zero effort into creating that video. They just posted it because they knew it would get them views. Like, that's where you kind of start to think, all right, well, maybe I'm not doing this for the right reasons. But a lot of people and a lot of YouTubers are doing it for the right reasons, and in that sense, it's really, really good. But again, to go back to the where I started, the state of YouTube right now is that YouTube is a business. My channel is a business, right? So with every business, you want it to grow. So I started my channel back in September last year, I want to say. And yeah, I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. It hasn't grown to what I hoped it would be, right? And it hasn't, I guess, like in terms of numbers and stuff like that, hasn't gotten to the point where a year ago I would have wanted it to be. But that's due to a multiple of reasons. And I don't want to make any excuses or anything like that. But I did take a 5-month break, and I did, I guess that 5-month break really halted my growth, because at the start of when I first started posting regularly on YouTube, YouTube likes channels that upload regularly. It doesn't have to be daily, but it can't be like you post a video and then a month later you post another video, and then another month you post another video, and maybe the month after that you post 2 videos, but then you take a 2-month break, and like your schedule's all scattered. YouTube likes consistency, and with consistency the algorithm will push your videos. Like, it doesn't matter. For me personally, when I got back into doing this whole YouTube thing after my long break, my views were like, they were garbage. Like, and in my head, when I came back, I was like, man, why am I not, why is the algorithm not pushing my videos? Why am I not growing at the rate I did before I stopped? And obviously I realize now that the reason that it was like that is because the YouTube algorithm likes consistency. So what I did is I just got my head down, and then I just kept going, like without being disheartened by the lack of views or the lack of likes or subs or anything like that. Just got to keep grinding, keep on that slow grind. Just believe that you're gonna get to where you want to be. You just got to work for it, because the way it is, and the way the algorithm is, and the way that you have to see this as a business. Oh, I mean, you don't have to, like, if you don't want to, but if you want to grow and you want to take that next step, you kind of have to look at this whole thing as a business. You got to believe in the grind. You got to put the work into it, because if you don't put the work into it, then nothing's going to happen, right? If you're just, I don't know, if you're just chilling and you're like, maybe I'll make a video today, and then you make a video, and then you're like, I don't feel like making a video tomorrow, or I don't feel like editing this video tonight, I'll do it tomorrow, or anything like that, right? You gotta keep going at it. Like, you can't be disheartened by the lack of views or anything like that. And that's not even just me talking to myself, that's me talking to you guys. If you're just starting YouTube, don't make the same mistake that I did. Don't take a break. Don't take multiple breaks. I took multiple breaks. Don't do that. Don't take multiple breaks, because once you keep taking breaks, then that momentum that you've created for yourself just goes down the drain. You got to be smart about it. You got to be super duper smart with the way you do this now. Back in the day, let's say back in like 2011, 2012, you could do whatever the you want. Literally whatever the you wanted, because the YouTube algorithm wasn't as strict back then. Because advertisers weren't as strict on YouTube back then. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy how companies outside of YouTube are affecting the people who are creating content for YouTube, because YouTube needs the money they get from advertisers. It's nuts. It's really something crazy. But yeah, you gotta keep grinding. If there's one piece of advice that I could give to myself if I look back a year ago per se, I'd tell myself, don't stop. No matter what, don't stop. Keep creating the things that you love to do. Don't create something that you don't like. Like, if I created a video, or if I recorded a video that I didn't like, I wouldn't post it, because if I don't like it, then no one else is gonna like it. So in that sense, you gotta kind of be true to yourself and be really critical of yourself as well when you're creating content, when you're first starting out. Obviously, your first couple of videos are gonna be right? They're not gonna be up to par, and they're not going to be what you, I guess, maybe not expect, or what you in a year's time is gonna think is acceptable. You're gonna learn. Your videos are gonna evolve. My videos are always evolving. I'm trying to find new ways to make them more, not appealing, but more engaging, right? So I have a lot of different pop-ups and stuff like that, different animations that go on throughout my videos, which I've recently added in. I have a bunch of different projects that I'm working on that I'm really passionate about, and I think that are really gonna be pretty dope. In my opinion, I think that they're pretty dope. So I hope that other people find them super sick as well. Like, you just gotta find what works for you, keep going at it, and believe that you're gonna get to where you want to be. Because if you do this and you keep getting disheartened by the numbers, then you're never gonna go anywhere. As harsh as it sounds, you gotta just the numbers, right? Subs, views, all that shit when you're first starting out. Because if you care so much about numbers, it's gonna show in your videos, and that's gonna turn people away. Because you're not defined by how many subs you have. You're not defined by how many views your videos get. You're defined by the type of video you make and the effort you put into it. Because if people see that you're not putting any effort into it, and if people see that you're not really passionate about the videos you create, then they're not going to watch you. They're going to go ahead and watch someone else, because that's how it is nowadays in YouTube. That is the state of YouTube right now. There is so many other people that they can go at that your viewers can go and watch. You got to make sure that the videos that you create, one, you're happy with it and you're proud of it, and you would watch that video yourself if you're a viewer. And two, they got to be enough to retain your audience. You got to be able to keep those people coming back, and that starts with you and creating the content that you want to make, and content that, again, you enjoy creating. And that's how it is. That's the state of YouTube, because you're competing with everyone. Think of 7 billion people in the world, right? How many of those people want to be a YouTuber? I think right now, a ton of them. Kids nowadays, they don't want to be astronauts. They don't want to be, I don't know, firefighters. They want to be YouTubers. You're competing not only with people in the same age as you, but people who are older than you, people who are even younger than you as well. So you got to make it your own. And this is a tip that I think I'm still finding my identity on YouTube, I guess. I'm still finding what makes my channel different to all the other Call of Duty channels. And I'd say right now, if I were to pick out what I like about my channel right now, I like how real I can be with you guys, I guess. I like how, I guess, critical I can be about the franchise, because I love the franchise. And I think that with the types of videos I create, I often go on a lot of rambles, I guess, and I often just speak my mind a lot. But I think that's I guess the beauty of my channel and what I like to do here. But I wouldn't say that at this current point in time I found what my identity is right now. But that'll come. Like, it's not going to come to you instantly. Your channel will obviously constantly evolve. My channel is constantly evolving, and I'm constantly trying to do different things here and there to improve it. But yeah, like, that's it. That's the state of YouTube right now. What comes next? Who f***ing knows? Like, the algorithm is one thing one day, and then the next day it's completely different. Like, you got to be on top of it. Once you start seeing a decline, you got to think about, why is it declining? Is it your titling? Is it your thumbnails? Is it the length of your videos? Is it the tags? What can you do to put yourself back on top? And at times it can be tiring. Like, for myself, being a full-time uni student, working 5 days a week, it's hard to find time in the day, I guess, to stay on top of it, and your mind is constantly focused on a 50 million other different things. But for me, at least, it's all worth it, because I'm doing something that I genuinely enjoy doing. And if you're like me, or you wish to start your own YouTube channel, you just gotta, I don't know, you just gotta, first of all, you've got to realize that this shit is hard and it's unforgiving, and people have such short attention spans that you gotta get them with the snap of your fingers. Like, as soon as they click on your video, you've got to be on it. You got to be ready to go, and you got to be genuinely excited about what you're about to talk about. Because if people don't feel that excitement from you, and they don't feel that you're passionate about what you're talking about, they're just gonna click off, because they don't feel that from you, and they'll find it somewhere else. So you gotta retain your audience, and you gotta be true to yourself, and you gotta believe that you're gonna get to where you want to be. And that's pretty much it. That's the state of YouTube right now from the perspective of a tiny YouTuber. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave it a like. Comment down below if you're like me and you're a tiny YouTuber like myself, or you want to start YouTube. I want to know what the state of YouTube is to you, because my perspective might be completely different to yours. So let me know down below. Click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my next video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.